Back with another Hunter x Hunter review this week, and Togashi is back with doing lots and lots of things happening in one chapter, lots of exposition. Back to his forte, if you will, because in the last chapter we spent the entire chapter in one scene, one location, letting things play out there, and I really, really love that chapter. And this kind of follows that up a little bit and adds a little bit more as well. So, going into this, Melody did her music thing at the banquet, whatever that was, that put everybody into their music-like trance, and they saw like the fields and the flowers and all the pretty things. And well, since the princes are learning Nen and whatnot, it's assumingly that they kind of get that Melody did something. What exactly she did, why she did it, we're not really sure. So Melody is being detained right now from one of the I forget if he's a bodyguard or not. I'm sorry. There's a lot of characters. But she's basically being kept away from the princes for right now because it might be a very bad idea for the princes to start trying to interrogate her and try to figure out what she is, what her ability is, especially since Seranitch has specifically requested to see Melody, as he requested at the end of the last chapter. And that's just got me so nervous for Melody because she's such a great character. Like, she's so compassionate and empathetic and all of these great things. And just the fact that I feel like when she hears Seranitch's heartbeat for the first time, she's probably going to go into like a panic attack or have a seizure or something. Like, I'm not trying to make a joke, but like, just the fact that she's so like keenly aware of someone's heartbeat and what it means to them as a person, and the fact that she can pick it up instantly. And Tserriednich is such a psychopath that I can't even begin to fathom what's going to happen when they first meet. And I don't know if, because Melody, because Tserriednich right now has this thing where people are lying to his Nen Beast is definitely out to get people that are lying to him. His Nen Beast has scarred the face of Theta. I remembered her name this time, the bodyguard that was teaching him Nen that tried to assassinate him last time. Basically scarred her face, made it all like pussy and bubbly and or whatever the hell she did, and basically was like, if you keep lying to him, you will not live the rest of your life as a human, which leads me to think that she's going to scar her, continue to scar her, disform her, disfigure her, to the fact where she doesn't even look human anymore. So Melody, you know, would she be able to lie to the prince? Would she even be able to find it within herself? Because she's such a pure, honest person that I don't know. I'm just like, I'm itching for the chapter where those two meet. But anyways, beyond that, not to mention her connection with Kurapika, and Kurapika knowing that Seranitch has the last eyes of his Kurta clan that he needs. Anyways, so beyond that, we go back to Hulkenberg, and Hulkenberg's this dude that he's really grown on me. I love Hulkenberg. He's one of my favorite princes in this arc, just because he's the guy that just didn't want to do this. He's like, let's end this. We shouldn't be killing each other. This is stupid. He tried to go talk to his dad. He tried to kill his dad. He just end the succession war. He tried to kill himself to get himself out of it. His Nen Beast would not allow him to do that, so he kind of just came to this point where he was like, all right, you know what? Like, this is inescapable. I cannot get out of this whatsoever, so let's just do this. Fine. Alright, succession war. Bam. Like, here's my bow. Emitter ability. Bam. I'm gonna, like, continue to get people over to my side. And Hulkenberg's power increases with the amount of followers that he has. Basically, he's, like, got a whole bunch of like bodyguards and supporters and whatever, and when they're all connected in one place and they're all together, just basically the aura just like pushes outwards, like it's just basically this like ultimate power. And he can gain more people to his side, but it's kind of in like a exchange kind of way. So he shoots somebody with an arrow, and like I'm guessing this is what I got from this, correct me if I'm wrong, but the soul from somebody of his team now goes into the body of whoever he shoots with the arrow. So if he shoots a bodyguard from Benjamin's camp, the first prince, so now still has the body of that bodyguard, but somebody else is inhabiting it. That's on Hulkenberg's side. So it's a good way to infiltrate. It's a good way to, you know, expand his rule, I guess, to the other places without the other people knowing, because they're still in the body of whoever they were before. But they're trying to figure out what happens to the soul that was in that body. He's really trying to understand his ability, because he doesn't know, you know? He's just kind of learning Nen as he goes, you know? He doesn't have a trainer right there by his side, so he's basically trying to figure this out. So he's like writing it down on the whiteboard and everything, and love whiteboards, right? He's trying to figure out, okay, so if I shoot an arrow into this dude, does his soul disappear? Does it stay in the body but it's not in control? Does it do something? He's got like 4 different options that he's trying to figure out what it does. And I think that's cool because Hulkenberg, again, is the dude that didn't want to do this from the beginning, and now he's being forced into it, and he's trying to figure out what his ability does. He's like, I don't even want to have this, whatever, but all right, fine, I got it. Let's just see what it does. So he's just trying to figure it out, man. What else happens in this chapter? It goes back to Kurapika, which is good because I've kind of missed him. He's been out of it for a couple of chapters, and this arc, this session of Hunter x Hunter is really Kurapika's time to shine because he was out of it for the Chimera Ant arc and a bunch of the, Greed Island, like a whole bunch of arcs. He was gone. It was the Gon and Killua show, so now it's the Kurapika show, which is great because I love Kurapika, and I am missing the other main characters. But again, this is Hunter x Hunter, so we don't really have main characters. We have whoever is important at the time characters, which is great because you can take a side character and put them in the forefront, and all of a sudden they are the main character, There's no rules here, except for Nen. Nen has lots of rules. But Kurapika is now getting to the point where it's 1 week, supposedly, until they reach the Dark Continent, which I guess, of course, would be the fake Dark Continent before they get to the real Dark Continent. Whatever. But there's only a week left, so we just have to keep everybody alive until then, keep the succession war at a stalemate. So, we need to get there. We need to get these bodyguards to learn Nen, to know their Nen, so we got to get there. So he's doing the water test where you would have the leaf on the water to see what happens, and he shows everybody his specialist ability. And this was interesting because we know that Kurapika, he is a specialist when his scarlet eyes turn on and whatnot. But his original Nen type was a conjurer, not a specialist. And so I wonder if he's deliberately showing them that he's a specialist because that's harder to determine what kind of ability that you would have. Because a specialist could be anything. It's anything that doesn't fit into the other categories. The other categories are more specific. Specialist is just there's not really somewhere to describe what this is, so it goes in specialist. A conjurer, creates something, creates a physical object out of his Nen, out of his aura. So if you know that he's a conjurer, then you have more to go on if you were to fight him or try to assassinate him or anything like that. You would have more to understand how his ability works. As a specialist, you don't know shit. You don't know anything. So Kurapika did that specifically, I believe, so that other people would not be able to kind of figure out what his Nen ability is. And he goes to say that, we need to do this in a room where there's just one of us, and me and the other bodyguard, Bill, will watch over, but nobody can know what each other's Nen ability is because, just like I said, you have a better idea of how to handle them or how to defeat them or how to kill them, how to get around their ability if you know what their type is. So the fact that he showed everybody his type, but he used his specialist and not the conjurer, I think was a very specific plan on his part. And then the chapter ends, I might have forgot something, I'm not sure, but the chapter ends then with Tserriednich again. And now Theta, she's taken a rest because of what happened, because of her face being scarred and everything like that. It took a lot out of her, took a lot of wind out of her. I still didn't see what his ability was or how he was able to survive getting shot in the head, if that was an illusion, if that was a conjure ability, if that was how I suspect part of Melody's ability, because I feel like it was giving you something pleasant to see, something you would want to see, something you'd envision that was happy and joyful. And since Theta wanted to assassinate Seranitch, I was assuming that seeing his dead body was part of her fantasy, yes, I did it, something to make her happy. That's what I think. Probably wrong, but that's my theory. But how he actually escaped the gunshot and survived, I don't know. But he is saying now that he has a thing for two-faced women. And let me, okay, something has changed in Tserriednich because this was the dude, he has specifically been murdering women. That's what he does. He finds women not able to meet his intelligence level. He wants them to be sophisticated as he is. He wants them to be smart. He's basically looking for a strong woman on his level. At least that's kind of what I gather from it. But isn't able to find that, and it was like, just sees women as just like, not worth my time, whatever, like, you were disappointed me, and he murders them. And his then beast takes the shape of like a horse, but it has all these female features. It has the hair, the face, the tits, the legs, the heels that it wears. It's like a disformed, disfigured version of a woman. Funny, because it looks like the net ability of that beast is deforming and disfiguring Theta right now. So it's kind of a disease, like, disgusting, like, version of a woman, basically. And that was something Tserriednich, like, didn't like. He, like, just had distaste for it, and was going after it and was murdering people. But now he's like, you know what? I kind of like this now. He's getting now some sort of joy and pleasure from two-faced women, or lying women, is what he's saying. And he knows that Theta lied to him, but he kept her alive. She's not dead. She's just, like, got a scar on her face. But does this mean that Tserriednich is now, like, having some sort of attraction for her? Like, maybe he liked that she was trying to do one over on him. Maybe he liked that she tried to assassinate him. Like, oh, she's ballsy. Like, I like this. Like, maybe he's like Hisoka in a way, where Hisoka kind of gets turned on by, people that are on his fighting level or above his fighting level, or people that have that potential in them. He's like turned on by battle and fighting and whatnot. Maybe Seranitch is also turned on by a woman that's on his level, as far as like conniving or well, he's not really conniving, he's straightforward, but like just that that idea of like she tried to do something like that. She tried to murder him. Like the fact that she would try to like switch it on him and get him into a vulnerable position, try to murder him. Maybe he likes that. Maybe he likes that challenge of, just that the murderer becoming the victim kind of thing. I don't know. But that's out in the ether now too, so we'll see what happens with that. Anyways, what did you guys think of this chapter? Let me know down below. Let me know what you think about my theories, what you think. I only got a couple of chapters left, so I'm excited to get to them. Thanks a lot for watching, you guys. Give the video a big thumbs up if you would. Subscribe if you want to stick around for more reviews of manga, Hunter x Hunter, and much, much more. So thanks for watching.